Hey guys, OG Albina here, bringing you guys my APA Little Cup Wi-Fi Season 2 Week 6 battle. I believe it's Week 6, yeah, against Panther 2 and his Carolina Cleffas. Panther, obviously, very well known dude throughout the community, commissioner of the, APA main league, starter of all of these leagues that we're pretty much in right here, and actually the dude who really convinced me to kind of start uploading and make my channel and stuff like that. So I am like definitely really grateful to him for all that stuff, and the amount he's helped me in doing that. So huge shout outs to him. I'm really excited being able to play him. We have maybe one serious game ever in APA Classic, and that's it. This is our first game on Wi-Fi as well too. And Little Cut's kind of like Panther's home domain. He's really talented in this tier, so I am excited to be able to square off against him here. But yeah, with that being said, let's just jump right into team matchup. If you're really interested in the team that I brought, other than the short little rundown I give here, I'll leave a poke face of the team in the description below with EVs and all that good stuff. But the team matchup is as followed. Our team, if you did forget, consists of the Volibee, Meowth, Clamperl, Sandygas, Machop, Cleffa, Magnemite, Roggenrola, Smoochum, and Lotad, while Panther's team consists of the Mienfoo, Chinchou, Larvesta, Badoo, Natu, Sewaddle, Drillbur, Baniri, Omanite, and Azurill. Very terrifying team. Mienfoo is really scary. That mon is really good versus my team in particular. I don't switch into fighting types all that well, which seems to be a theme in all of my drafts, literally ever. Chinchou is, I hate playing against this thing. The combination of just, Scald plus Volt Switch being at stabs is really pretty dumb in all honesty. Then you have stuff like Omanite that can be very threatening. The Drillbur I don't switch into very well. Larvesta can be annoying, and Badoo is going to be the 6th mon that he brought, which can, be like a hazard lead. It can be a bulky, grass and stuff like that too. It can be really annoying with like sleep powder and stuff like that. But yeah, with that being said, the 6 that I did bring, quick rundown, we're bringing a Sub Protect Dual Stabs Berry Juice Smoochum, so we're not running Sash for the first time in 3 weeks. A Eviolite Weak Armor Roggenrola with Protect, Rock Blast, Earthquake, and Stealth Rock. A Deep Sea Tooth, pretty standard. What do you call it? Shell Smash Clamperl. A Focus Sash, 4 attacks, Meowth with Fake Out, Feint, Aerial Ace, and Seed Bomb. A pretty cool Magnemite set that we brought before when we were taking on a Chinchou, because this is honestly my best check to Chinchou, despite not being able to really hit it offensively. We have a Magnemite with Flash Cannon, Toxic, Endure, and Recycle, just to potentially take that thing on, constantly get our Sturdy Juice versus it. And then we have a pretty bulky Weak Armor, Volibee right here to, be a Web's Deterrent, be a nice pivot into the Mienfoo, depending on what move he wants to go for, stuff like that. And he just doesn't switch into Volibee very well at all. But yeah, that being said, we're going to jump right into the game. I am going to lead off with my Smoochum, as I do in many weeks. It does put on a lot of offensive pressure on his team. If he wants to lead off with the Mienfoo, I can get, information whether or not he's Scarf, if he wants to go for a Fake Out or something like that. And I can, pretty much stay in and take anything on other than Larvesta, depending on what he wants to go for and all that stuff. But he's going to lead off with the Chinchou. That is completely fine with me. I get forward to his Scald, which means it's his highest base power move, as he is going to go for a Protect right here. I almost clicked Substitute right here, and that would have been honestly like just best case scenario. I'm just gonna go for a Psychic though, because nothing this thing can do can ever OHKO me, and if he puts me in my Berry Juice range as he goes for like a Volt Switch or something right here, we're in a great spot. But unfortunately we miss out on that by literally 1 HP, which is really unfortunate. But he doesn't switch into this mod at all, so he's gonna be forced into it with Larvesta. It can take a hit, but not very well, especially because this shows us that he is not a bulky Larvesta. He is definitely offensive. I'm thinking potentially Choice Scarfed, because once my Roggenrola gets chipped down, it can definitely just kind of win the game versus me. So getting that chip on is obviously really nice. He's going to make the smart play, go for the U-turn. He had no reason to click Flare Blitz there, as I go into my Roggenrola, take a little bit of chip, and have our Weak Armor proc as we get +2 speed right here. Now this isn't too big of a deal. It does give him a pretty free Mienfoo, but we do have Protect to scout and see what he potentially wants to go for, that kind of thing. As we do, click that Protect, because it's pretty no drawback. Unless he's like Swords Dance or something like that, then we are in a pretty tough spot. We do have Sash Meowth in the back still, as he does go for a high jump kick, so we're able to catch him there, get a good 50% off on this Mienfoo, which obviously we will definitely take. As this next turn I am going to switch out, because I want this Roggenrola to pivot into the Larvesta as I go out into my Volibee, because I know I can pretty much always take a hit from this thing. He goes for the high jump kick, and he unfortunately misses. This is huge. Brings him right down to 1 HP, so it gives me the freest U-turn of my life. I really don't fear anything this thing wants to go for. He does go for the U-turn himself, outspeeding us, showing that he's probably jolly. If he was adamant that was a speed tie, I don't think he would want to risk that speed tie versus Volibee. But our weak armor is going to proc as well as he goes out into the Chinchou. And I'm just going to throw off a knockoff. Knockoff was pretty free on anything wanted to come into. Nothing really wanted to lose their item or anything like that. As I do knock off the berry juice of this Chinchou, which is obviously really nice, and it actually puts him in range of a second knockoff. So we're able to take out that Chinchou, which is phenomenal because that thing was super, super obnoxious versus us. He's going to go into the Drillbur, and looking at my team, I have nothing to switch into this. Minus this is probably my only going to be my check for this thing. So I am just going to go for a knock off its item, see what it has, maybe a scarf, something like that. As he actually reveals to be a Z move, and he goes for the substitute. Now, I can live any move that is not a Z rock, but I can live a regular rock set at -1 defense or anything like that. So I figured my play to just stay in, click knockoff, and see if I can get him out the next turn after his sub is gone. But he actually does to be revealed to be Z rock, so very, very cool set on Panther's part. Definitely going to knock out my Volibee. There is no way that I'm going to live this Continental Crush. So we do lose Volibee, but it did put in a lot of work. It does make the Meowth potentially really, really scary, especially if he is, you know, a scarf set as a thing. There we go. Continental Crush. It was lagging really quick, and then right when I click off on the video to try and fix it, it fixes itself. There we go. But yeah, he's going to go for the Continental Crush, knock out our Volibee. And like I said, it's completely fine. This thing is very, very low, and we do have priority in the back, potentially, to stop this thing. But being able to stop it is obviously really, really nice. So, you know, minimize the damage it does to us is really nice. So this turn, I am going to go out into my Meowth. I'm going to click a Fake Out. It's pretty no drawback, in my opinion. Or, no, I don't click Fake Out. I click Seed Bomb. Yeah, I click Seed Bomb, just in case he wanted to go into the Omanite, trying to resist the Fake Out or something like that. I figure, you know, again, pretty no drawback. As the next turn, I can just go for a Feint here. If he is a Choice Scarf set, we do always knock him out. We know he's not Eviolite before, so we, you know, pretty much always take him out there. We're able to take him out with no Flame Body, which is very, very big. We get to keep our Sash, and we get to keep our Breaking Power. Right here, he's going to go out into the Meowth. I have no reason to, you know, do anything other than click, you know, attack. I don't believe he's Scarf at this point. No, he can't be Scarf because he clicked U-turn on me earlier. So yeah, I knew I could potentially outspeed him. He goes for the Fake Out to get a little bit of chip, but this is completely fine. He's just going to pivot out, sack his Drillbur right here, as I believe I just go for an Aerial Ace. Yeah, so this is fine. He did that to, you know, get himself a little bit more regen health and get a little bit of chip off on my Meowth, obviously breaking my Sash. He doesn't know if I'm Sash, but it does cover that as well, as he is going to go out into the Badoo right here, which is, again, completely fine, because I pretty much always 2-hit KO this thing, unless I get min-rolled, even if he's, like, max Fizz Def. We're going to see he's pretty Fizz Def right there, based on that damage. He's going to go for the Sludge Bomb, and thankfully not get the poison, so we are avoiding these secondary effects right here, which is obviously really great. We're able to knock out the Badoo right here with another Aerial Ace, and Meowth is putting in the finest of work at this point in the game. Nothing can really, you know, stop from winning potentially besides this Meowth going for a Fake Out right here. But I figured that was a pretty obvious play on my opponent's part. Obviously, because he can't, you know, revenge me otherwise, and I can knock him out with an Aerial Ace, as I'm going to go into my Roggenrola on said Fake Out, get my weak armor boost, which obviously is, again, super, super nice. We're going to get to +2 speed. We're going to definitely be able to outspeed this thing and, you know, chip it down. Even if we can't kill it, which obviously we probably won't, because Meowth is pretty darn bulky. We're going to be able to, you know, bring him in range of other monsters on our team. Like, guarantee put him in range of our Meowth's, you know, Aerial Ace or something like that, depending on how bulky he is. He's going to go for a knockoff right here, which is completely fine. This actually gives me a chance to throw off another Earthquake, because we're able to live that due to our Eviolite and just our natural bulk. And I'm going to go for another Earthquake on this thing, just trying to potentially pick up a KO. I think I need, like, a max roll to pick up the KO, depending on what his spread was, but we could have also just never knocked him out. I don't know his exact spread and all that stuff, but he is going to be able to knock out our Roggenrola right here. But again, this gives me a pretty free switch back into my Meowth, where I can just click Fake Out and, you know, pick up a kill. I click Fake Out, push, like, Aerial Ace or C-Bomb, just in case he was, like, Feint Meowth. If he went for it right there, I guess that could have been pretty tough. But yeah, he's going to go into the Omanite. I'm just going to click Seed Bomb. Never going to let this thing set up for free. Just not in my best interest, in all honesty, as he is going to be brought down Very, very low, actually down to his sash, so we would have been able to knock him out, obviously, due to the 4x super effective hit. But good part from Panther's part in, bringing sash to guarantee that setup, potentially. He does go for the Ancient Power, is able to knock out our Meowth, but Meowth put in the utmost of work. It's going to allow Magnemite to come in here and win the game for us, picking up another kill with a Flash Cannon. And actually outspeeding this Omanite, which is obviously really, really great too. So we don't have to worry about, any like Ice Beam shenanigans or anything like that and getting frozen. But yeah, down goes the Omanite. We're able to pick up a nice, oh, Mianfu was still there. Oops. We're able to pick up a nice little 3-0 dub against Panther here. Really, really good game to him. It was a very, very offensive game. We both did not switch into each other's offense at all. So it was more so a matter of who could position themselves better for the end game and stuff like that and have more pieces in the end, which we were able to do. So yeah, I believe next week we take on Slick Panther, which will be a fun one. Hopefully we can keep up the winning streak. We went up to 4-2 this week. So that's a nice little 2-game win streak after dropping 2 in a row. Hopefully, again, we can keep it up. I know it's a 3-game win streak. It's a 3-game win streak after dropping 2 in a row and starting off the season 1-2. So that's even better. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff, just so you can catch our videos as they go up every week. We have this in APA Academy right now, which is obviously pretty exciting. But yeah, again, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to get out of here. Later.